and welcome to a video to tell you what movies I have purchased in the months of January and February. I'm going to do these till March, April, May. I'm going to bring you up to speed, as it were. So I thought I would start, rather than starting from last month or wait until the end of this month, I'll just bring you up to speed from this year. So in January, you could walk into a shop and buy anything you wanted to at any time of day. Remember those days? I'm sure they'll be coming back quite soon. So in January, I first picked up Tremors Attack Pack. It's 4 movies, 4 Blu-rays, the first 4 films. It was wrongly priced in CEX as a DVD, and I think I got it for about, I've got the price down here, I got it for £4, and it was, well, actually, I think it, if I'm honest, I think it's an American release as well. So, which is something that CEX say that they don't sell, but anyway, it works fine on my Blu-ray player, and the quality of them look quite good. So I was very pleased with that, and it was a knockdown price. I've only watched Tremors 1. I've never watched the rest of them, but I'm looking forward to watching the rest of them. I know they're a bit cheesy, but there's something that I like. So, and from HMV, I got, in its sale, I got Angry Birds, the first movie in 4K. It looks stunning, and the film itself is quite a fun film. It's good to watch. It looks lovely on the TV. So, yep. I saw it on a Blu-ray first of all from the pound shop, and really enjoyed it. And I thought, well, it's worth it. I think I'll get that cheap in 4K. So, and also from CEX, I got this for £2, and it was, shall I say, it was all right. I like a bit of Arnie, and I know this is one of his newer films, and some of his newer films aren't that great, but it was all right. I haven't watched it all, and I probably fell asleep through it, and I will go back and finish it off, but it didn't set the world alight, but it was all right. Not one of Arnie's best by any means. The last thing I picked up in January, it wasn't a very a big month for us, was at, I think it's called One Plus, a One Below, that's it. It's like a sort of Poundland to a certain extent. It's probably what used to be Pound World, and you do get some Blu-rays and some DVDs in there for £1. So I saw this one and I thought, well, for £1, what could go wrong? Unfortunately, there's a very big misrepresentation of what is actually in this, because the picture of David Mitchell, who I do like his style of humour, this picture is more or less from now, or when this disc was made. The TV programme that this was from is from years and years ago. It's amusing to a certain extent, but also it's not that good because the episodes are very short. It does say it has a running time of about 2 hours 10 minutes, but there must be about 1 million episodes of these things, and I think I watched about 10 of them. They were good, but the fact of having to watch something so small and bite-sized is quite annoying. So I don't recommend it, if I'm honest. I don't know what to do with it, but it's not something that set the world alight at all. So moving on to February, which was a bigger month for me, I was down in HMV, and I got in a sale, I got the 88 films Karate Warrior, and as you know, with their films, they're Italian films. It's the Italian Collection series, spine number 53 from 1987. You do tend to get some films that are cheesy, yes, and they are a bit stupid, but sometimes you can really enjoy them films. And this film was very enjoyable. I've got to admit, I did enjoy it. It was a bit hilarious in places. Nice print on it, but yeah, very watchable. Not a bad addition. And I think, and it was in a 2 for $15 sale. I got this one as well, which is another thing from another Blu-ray from the Italian Classics, Italian Collection. It's spine number 52 from 1989. Paganini Horror. Not a bad film. Nice print on it. It's got some some questionable sort of it doesn't make sense to a great deal. It's got a good death in it. Donald Pleasance is in it, sort of, and yes, but I collect all of these editions and I do have a good time with all of them. So yes, for what it is, I did really enjoy it, as I have done with all of the 88 collection titles, apart from Iron Master. I just didn't get away with it, but I will revisit it to see if I was missing anything. So next from I think this is from HMV for $10.99. The Dead Don't Die. Nice slipcase on this one. I've got to admit, I like the slipcase. It did draws to it. I do like Jim Jarmusch films. I know a lot of people didn't like this film, and to be honest, when I watched it, I could understand why people wouldn't like it. There's a lot of times when it has a bit of exposition, which, you know, things, some sort of lines that you shouldn't cross, telling bits of the story, you know, and to a bit of it odd, you know, it to the point of you think everybody in the film knows it's a film. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I think it's worth a watch. It could have been better if it was treated as a pure zombie film, but as a Jim Jarmusch film, it works quite well, because Jim Jarmusch can do a film of just all talking and you can be quite involved with it. So I did like it, but I can understand why people didn't like this film. So from One Stop Again, I got this I Frankenstein, which I've been interested in. I like me Frankenstein films. I like all that type of you know, thing that I'll try anything with a Frankenstein sort of name to it. I did have a brief flick through it, and I don't think I liked what I saw. It seemed to be a bit more like Van Helsing sort of thing. It didn't seem to be what I've expected to it. I will watch it eventually, but I don't know when. It doesn't seem like anything that I want to watch. You know, I'm not clambering to watch it. Then, well, this was on day of release. This one, Joker 4K. What can I say? Excellent film, amazing 4K transfer. Nothing bad I can say about this film, and it's one of them ones where you immediately want to pick up as soon as it come out. And obviously I always like get me slipcase with the 4K releases, especially. For some reason I just really like the way they look on the shelves, so that was a no-brainer. That was $25.99, but it's one of them ones where it doesn't really matter. Okay, yep. Right, next was now this film here. It was a bit of a strange tale. I'll try and keep it short. I went into Morrison's and they had it on the shelf, and it was for £25, but my wife had some tokens that you could go and get money off, so she had £30 of tokens, so effectively we would have got this for nothing. So I said to the lady when I took it to the shelves, I said, oh, could you just check to see if it's got a slipcase on it? That's all I want really, just to know if it is. If it is, I'll buy it. So after about an hour, seemed like waiting in the till, one of the girls come up and said, we don't even have it. And I says, well, I just got it off the shelf. Do you sell it with a slipcase? No, nothing comes in here with a slipcase. Well, I said, it's brand new, it should. Well, anyway, so I just let it go and didn't. But the funny thing is, the thing remained on the shelf. The box remained on the shelf for months afterwards, but never mind if it's not supposed to be there. So that's a bit of a waffle story, but anyway, it's Spiderman Far From Home, which me and my wife watched at the pictures, enjoyed it thoroughly. I haven't watched it on Blu-ray. I've had a scan of it. 4K. I've had a scan of it. It's really nice. I got this £15, and I think I got this at CEX. I'm not too sure, but for £15 you kind of gone wrong. Not bad at all. Now, on for $14.99, I got the Golem, or Der Golem, which I do like these Masters of Cinema releases. These old German expressionist movies are brilliant, and they're done in a way that only they could have done it at that time. The print on this looks pin sharp on some places. It's amazing what they've done with it. I really can't say too much about it. It's just so amazing to watch. Love the film, really good film, and that led me on to the next purchase, which I've been thinking about for quite a while, and this was off eBay for £9, and it was I'm going to call it Destiny, even though it's called, I'm going to say Mood Toad. Could be wrong on that. Apologies for the pronunciation, but this is about people. This is about a woman who sort of makes a deal with the devil and death to try, or a man to try and cheat death, or a woman trying to cheat death. But it's all about 3 or 4 stories about how nobody can cheat death anyway. But some of it's quite startling. And another one, it's not as good as, the print isn't as good as the Golem, but still very good, and it's still very watchable as well. And is it Fritz Lang? It could be. I don't think it is. I can't see very well without my glasses on. But okay, so the next one I got was when me and my wife had went to see somebody I've been waiting to see for a long time in concert, and I knew when I saw the things you could buy from the stall afterwards, merchandising stall, I thought I've got to get this one because I saw it on TV and I loved it. I love everything he's done. Listen to his stuff quite a lot. Laugh out loud. If you have got that sense of humour, and it's nice up north with John Schiller. It's a DVD. It was £10, and also I bought as well. It's up there, but I can't get it at the moment. It's a stirring spoon with John Shuttleworth's face on it, which I don't understand why that is, but I think it's quite good anyway. And also you get we bought a postcard as well of John doing his housework. If you know John Shuttleworth, you know his humour, you'll love it. Or you've seen this. It's one of the best documentaries he's done. It's like a mockumentary. It's not a documentary. And it's not something you can easily pick up off the shelves anyway. I don't think you usually stock it in lates of HMV and stuff like that. But it's something that if you like him, it's very interesting, very humorous, and I'm sure if you've got his humour, you would like this one as well. Next, I got on the recommendation of Films at Home to get it for its IMAX enhanced picture quality. It was Angry Birds 2. Had a lot of fun with this film. The picture quality is stunning. It's in the top 10 best looking 4Ks that I've seen, and it's very well worth a watch. It's also only available in America, so you've got to go and import it or get it off eBay. I paid £17 for this, but sometimes you just got to spend a little bit more than you would want. Ideally, it's more like a £10 release, but I did really think that the IMAX picture, you could see a difference in it, and I'm glad I picked it up, and I really enjoyed it. It's very watchable as well. This one after this is another one from eBay. It was £10, and I didn't want to see it. I saw it and I kind of half liked it. It's nowhere near good as the original, even though this is not the original. It's a sequel, and it's the 2018 Halloween on 4K. Picture quality is stunning on it. The film itself isn't that bad. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it could have been a little bit better, but I'm quite excited about the next two coming out. To sort of film this trilogy off, or with it including the direct sequel to number 1. Is it going to be a quadrilogy of films, if you understand what I mean? Now, the next film I bought for 50p off eBay. I wanted to see it because I did enjoy. There was another film made. I'm trying to think. I think it was just called Capote, about Truman Capote, and I can't remember the fellow who starred in it, but it was an excellent film. And I watched the film there was a double disc, and it had Capote and another film which was written by Capote, and I found that whole package to be that good that I wanted to see this other sort of version that they made of the film. It's called Infamous, and it's the life of Truman Capote. And to be honest, I didn't enjoy it. although Toby Jones is a great actor, I do really like him, and I thought that Sandra Bullock in here was very good. Daniel Craig in here I didn't really care for. I didn't think he'd done a very good job at all. I think he's a great actor, but I just don't think it suited him, this show and this film, and I don't think I watched it to the end. I had to turn it off. It was just, it's not, if you want to see anything about Truman Capote, go for the film Capote, and you will enjoy that, I'm sure. Mind you, beware, his voice can be very irritating, but that was his real voice. Well, the fellow was taking off his real voice. Then I got from HMV, I got Arrow's Deadly Manor. Good film, strange film, and also it's a decent print. It's not a bad edition. A brand new 2K restoration from original film elements. So it's to be honest, after watching it, I enjoyed it, but halfway through I was thinking, if I'm going to get this one to the end. But sometimes these films, you'll watch it halfway through and you'll think, I'm not too keen on this, but by the time you've watched it in a complete film, you'll understand it and then realise it was pretty good in the end. So I did quite enjoy it. Now the next one, there's two more. The next one coming at $17.99 from HMV as well, and I'd heard loads of people talking about this. Whole Goss 73 raves about it all the time, and I thought, well, I will get around to it when it comes down in price, because I might not like it. But when I bought it and watched it, it was absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad I did. So it's Train to Busan, and if you want to see a zombie film that does not let up, it's relentless, and the effects are great. The story is, if you can imagine, there's a zombie outbreak or an infection outbreak, and this fella and his daughter get on this train, and the zombie infection invades the train, and that's in the first 10 minutes, and the whole film is about them navigating through this train full of infected people who want to eat them. Can you imagine how to do a whole film after the first 10 minutes to keep it going and keep you interested in the fact that how can they get another 1.5 hours plus of zombie attacks and make it interesting, and to do that. And to be honest, anybody who's ever seen this, and I would imagine anybody does see it, would be amazed by it, and I can't recommend it highly enough. It is one of me top 10 zombie horror films actually from then, and like I say, it was a recommendation, and I was so glad to watch it after all this time. And the last one I got was a Blu-ray, The Double, and the reason why I got this is because it's directed by Richard Ayoade, who directed one of my favourite films, Submarine, and I just wanted to see a bit more of what he's like, because I enjoyed Submarine that much that I thought I'll give this one a go, and haven't watched it yet. The print's very dark, but I think it's meant to be dark, and yep. So that was the end of February. So I'll be back next time, and I'll show you what I bought for March. I'll just keep them down to month hauls now. I only did January and February because January wasn't very big. It would just been about a 5-minute video with that. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video. Take care.